All right, guys. Here, baby. What profit-wise in this account here? Okay, so yeah, we're very close to getting funded in this account. Very, very close. We'll see if we ended up actually like holding, but we're very close to getting funded. We actually just bought something here, up 120 bucks. Very, very, very close. We got into a good little string of trades, but again, we're already funded on one. Again, the big thing about Top Step X, the reason you want to use Top Step, and specifically if you sign up Top Step X, is because there's 0 commissions, which is the single biggest edge in funding, in my opinion, right now. 0 commissions. And these move up in markets. I don't think these are super influential reports, but they're relevant enough to cause bullish, some short-term bullish action. We also have University of Michigan consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. 100%, and that'll be interesting too. We'll see what we get. $1,000, 20.5K. Yeah, well, the University of Michigan report is good. So I met my daughter's little boyfriend for the first time yesterday. Honestly, people keep comparing him to me, right? So they just better make good decisions. Market's bouncing up a little bit here. So market's bouncing up. We are at 20.46. You know, a lot of their... Well, I mean, to me, he is little, you know. Both in size and age. He's little. He's young, you know. He seems like a good kid, smart kid. You know, he plays football for the, you know, school. Like, does well at school, you know. Behavior-wise has been pretty good, you know. I'm not saying she never argues with me or, like, causes problems because, I mean, I think daughters are going to argue. And I think as parents, you do some things good and some things bad. And I think the job you do as a parent dictates how balanced your kids are when you get older. It's kind of nature. So the recent high is 265 for Tesla. So like that's the big milestone specific level that I'm talking about is 265. So right here is probably the big level I want to see. Right here. That level is the weird strings. What are you talking about? Oldest is usually more responsible and mature, especially girls. I'm a younger brother, so I understand that for sure. And so sometimes, like, statistically, the older sibling's usually going to do better. The younger sibling's usually going to do worse. But there's outliers with the younger sibling because the younger sibling and I did good. There's always outliers to anything. This is just a generalization. All right, guys, we're testing the high of the day here. We'll see if... Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, Lolo. No. People are just people, though. Everybody's different. There's always outliers. Like, don't let it put you in a box and yeah. You can do whatever you want, you know. And I love him. But he could be a jerk sometimes. But really smart guy, honestly. Too smart for his own good, really. But yeah. With that, school has been a struggle. He scored really high on standardized tests, but his schooling, it's hard for him to sit still and do stuff. I play drums and guitar mostly, you know. So I can play both okay. I'm not saying I'm good at any of them, but like I can play some stuff on a guitar and I can play some stuff on drums as well. My daughter can play the guitar, play a little bit of drums, and plays the clarinet. My son plays drums, and he also plays younger. My wife doesn't understand, and I just try to tell her, like, look, I was exactly like my son Jack when I was young, right? Super hard for me to focus, bad impulse control, struggled socially a lot, you know. People thought I was weird and obsessive, and I was to a certain extent in hindsight. But I'm still more introverted in nature, but it's hard to explain. Go to parties as a teenager, just the sheer amount of people would make me really uncomfortable. Like I remember that. And so it's a good thing I can't see you guys right now because I probably wouldn't be able to do this if I could. Anyways, NASDAQ's still pumping up. It's almost at 480s. Yeah, it's a euphonium, I think is what it's called. I feel like it has an X in the name, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me see. Yeah, it's a euphonium. That's what it is. I've had Paul Felder, the Irish Dragon. And I am Irish and English, right? Like my genetics are, my last name's London, London. So I am English for sure. And I'm Jim Miller? Nah, I've never heard that one before. Why do I look like a UFC fighter, though? Honestly, I'm about to have the cauliflower ear to go for. My ears actually have been getting cauliflower. I had to drain my ears. This ear specifically kind of like got big. Y'all can't really see it now, but like this ear specifically, if you kind of see this area right here is kind of extending past the lobe here, right here. So I had to basically drain it. You can also see it swollen up here right now if I push on it. So yeah, not good, huh? You should get a fitted red hat. Yeah. Cheddar Bob. Yeah, Sam, it wasn't me, dude. Yeah. Alright, so we're bouncing up a little bit. So the report dropped, 20 minutes ago. So you didn't just miss it. I mean, it came out a while back. Where's gold at? Gold now. Gold's sitting at 27.40, so gold did pop up. It's still red on the day, though. Gold's previous closing price was 27.48.80s. And so it's still a ways away. You think I look like the Game of Thrones guy? I mean, I have green eyes, and so I guess that's the same. But I don't have red hair at all. My hair's brown. And so yeah, so I remember, look at my son's testing here, dude. My son got in. So this was my son's standardized testing. My son's name is also John, but in math, he got the 90th percentile. In reading, he got the 95th percentile. So he did great, honestly. Which I look a lot like my son did when he was young, too. Look at that shirt. That's a 90s shirt, if I've ever seen one. Yeah, I'm proud of him, man. He did great. He did great, smart kid, really, But my hair changed, I guess, as I got older. Happen negatively with them. 3 hours. Here's a 3-hour chart. Yeah, I was telling people they were too high up, but honestly, Abercrombie & Fitch has had such a ridiculous gain. I can't imagine it ever holds up here, though. So, like, but it's also too risky of a short as well. So I just don't touch it. I grew up in the Abercrombie age, where everybody was wearing freaking Abercrombie in the early 2000s. The problem is that nobody freaking wears it anymore. If you go to, since 2023 started, in the last almost 2 years, this thing has gone up from $26 a share all the way to $200 a share. Like hundreds and hundreds of percent increase for Abercrombie & Fitch. And I don't understand it. I really don't. Hey, thank you so much for the dono, Jeffrey. Do you think Tesla will be higher or lower? Who knows? This is something where I don't think there's a high probability of guessing, right? I think we can guess, we can speculate, but I don't think there's much edge in doing so. So I think it'll go up just because I think they're going to start producing the next generation vehicles in the first half of next year and leading up to that. But there's a lot of variance there, specifically with what happens in November, for the election, with the CEO getting so one-sided politically. Before any of that was known, this thing went up crazy amounts. Who knows? I think gold might go green on the day here shortly. Yeah, gold's up. I mean, gold's green level, again, is right above where it's at now. So it's getting close. So here's gold. We'll put up gold futures just to take a look at it. Right, so gold highs, gold pre-market highs are right around 27.48. So the previous closing price is right here, specifically right here. Spot prediction for next week, I have no idea. Next week is crazy, Max. So next week, again, we have jolts. Every day is busy except for Monday for whatever reason, right? But I think we even have something Monday. Oh, wait, do we have Chevron earnings? Or no. Okay. Yeah, so like next week, wait. Is that today? Hold up.
Reconnecting, disconnecting, resetting everything. It's the area. I can't do nothing about it. Hopefully it catches and we stop buffering. So like I said, we've had this for like 2-3 days. Like we can't do anything. We have one good day of good connection. So let's see what happens. Hopefully it gets fixed. We're just trying to push through it. Let's see what happens.
Reddit, Chubb, Electronic Arts, and more. Wednesday economic data, we have the GDP report quarter over quarter. GDP expected to show up at 3% again. We also have the prelim payroll numbers next week at 8:15 on Tuesday or on Wednesday. Expected at 120K payrolls. And then Wednesday number 1, but we also have PCE data, core PCE, jobless claims, Chicago PMI data, and then we also have, I think it's like Apple. Thursday morning, we have Uber, Peloton, Merck, MasterCard, Altria, Sirius, Estee Lauder, Norwegian Cruise, Roblox, Bristol Myers, Comcast, and more. And then Thursday evening, we got Amazon, Apple, Intel, and more. And then Friday, we have...
Oh, let's see. Those guys says, can you call your IPS, fix the problem? Do you have different IPS? Can you switch? Nah, man.
SoFi earnings on Tuesday will be big too, but we got so much other stuff Tuesday. So Monday's kind of slow, but every other day is packed. Yeah, Coinbase next week as well. Where's Coinbase at? I haven't looked at it in a minute. Coinbase at 2/10. I remember when Coinbase was struggling at $60 when Bitcoin was weak. All right, guys, we're going to be day trading at the opening bell today. We got a little pullback here. Bad fill on the rest, but I think it retraced some too. We'll add some more back to this. We got 3 contracts. You don't love to see it.
It hasn't really crashed on YouTube. That's why we're still streaming on YouTube, because we keep crashing on Twitch and X. So we're gonna cut Twitch and X until we get a more stable connection. Until then, we just stay on YouTube. So yeah, that's why we're not streaming on Twitch or X. Yeah, but it is what it is, brother. It is what it is. Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to take a risk here. We got 4 contracts. Buying into this dip. Do you think it's chump? I have no idea, Robert. From 223 a share. Yeah, I think we're going to try to limit our size of some here. We're down 30 on it, but it's Friday. The market might be choppy. All right, so we're flat. We're up a little bit now. Wait, did we really get a bad fill on the rest? Okay, we're completely flat on our filled orders. Now we're green. You know what? I'm going to get out of this. I think I'm actually going to change directions here and short. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what gave me that intuition. I felt like it was going to trend instead of break. Yeah, the Discord notification changed. They changed the sound on them now. We were right about it, so that's good. A little reach. We got a nice little cushion that we can play with now. There we go. We'll hold 2 contracts in there, just locked a nice little amount of profit in this. Take one more off. And we'll cut another piece. Let the rest ride, see if we can short. Again, I think it's gonna trend more, so we'll get out the rest. What are we up on this one now? We are up 400 bucks. You love to see it. Up in actually every other account we have, so that's good. What's up, P? Nice charting. Congrats. Good trade. Looks like we actually got out right in time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really super used to trading gold, but I'll add to it if we want. Play with the risk we have. So we've made $400 now. We can use that as our risk and take a big swing to see if we can get it back. If not, we can kind of go back down to trading 1 or 2 contracts max. But if we're correct, then we'll have a big win. 4 contracts. Not gonna add any more to it. I think this. So we're up about 500 now. Again, the goal of this is to get, we'll add back to this too. The goal of this is to get to 1500, so we got to take some big risks. There we go. All right, we'll keep the 3. Yeah, gold has some good moves. Again, move there. Honestly, we were traced right back down too, but I'm more confident in the upward direction now, actually. So we're going to take 3 contracts on the upside. There we go. Made a big chunk of it back already. On the screen, I'm just not realizing this. My bad, guys. So this report did actually show the results. So the data ended up coming out at minus 0.8% versus minus 1.1% expected. So they ended up coming in better than expected here for sure. Again, they expected, here, this is the durable good orders. They expected essentially -1%. They should have been -0.8%, so slightly better. I'll put this data up right here. There you go, so you can actually see it. Why did you sell at the high? Yeah, I mean, rookie traders will buy this high break thinking that it's going to break out and be some super exciting gamble. Experienced traders are generally taking profit at the top of the range, right? They're generally taking profit once it hits that top. And so, you know, it's really a rookie trader thing to target high of the day breakouts, you know, because like new traders end up learning how to day trade and they hear high of the day breakouts, and so they target high of the day breakouts, and a lot of the time that's like the only strategy they know. It's like some big edge trade, like most of the time high of the day breakouts fail, and you can kind of see that reflected here as well. Like, look at this. So here's a high of the day breakout right here. What happened? It rejected, you know, and you'll see this over and over again. So if 1 out of 4 works, I don't think it's super edge driven. And so just don't fall into that rookie trader trap of thinking like high of the day breakouts are some powerful strategy, bro. You know how many people know about high of the day breakouts? Like, they're just something that, again, no offense, but like rookie traders end up doing. I'm not judging. Do whatever you want to do. I think experienced traders attack trends and ranges, you know. No poll. Let me do one. I got you guys. Will next streak have bullish or bearish? Yeah, so I guess the point is like asking a question, why'd you sell at the highs? Because they're the freaking highs, you know? Just asking that question shows a lack of experience, you know? Because, again, like, you're essentially asking me why I sold at the top of the range. I think the answer is very self-evident, because it's the top of the range, you know? And I hope people can at least learn from this. What was I gonna look up here? Oh man. You get Michigan consumer sentiment data coming soon, chat. We'll see what the opening bell gives us here. Yeah, because I don't want to sell at the lows, you know. All right. Yeah, so the earnings coming out. So again, we're starting to push towards buy high, sell low. Works every time. Yeah, I'm not really annoyed at anybody, but I like if somebody basically calls me a gambler and they show signs of being like a rookie trader, I think you should correct them, which is what I did. You know what I mean? Like that might rub people wrong way. I think there's a lot of egos floating around. People don't want to be wrong. People don't want to like, it is what it is, right? But mostly, again, I'm not even claiming to be a good day trader. I mostly am an economics person. Like I'm an economist, if you will. Like I like covering economic reports, economic data, earnings, like markets in general. I day trade because, it's fun. But my are just kind of scamming you, and most people are very susceptible to those scams because of confirmation bias. Like if somebody spends 5K on a mentorship, they want to believe it was valuable, right? So they will ignore every red flag in the book to continue to believe it's valuable because the truth, which is that they got taken, is really hard for them to look at objectively. And I think that confirmation bias causes people in the trading space to just lose boatloads of money and continue chipping away at something that, and so I think it's important if you're going to day trade to trade small, right? It's possible to build a skill day trading, and you can day trade and build that skill, and it'll be a skill you'll have for the rest of your life if you stick with it. But most people are going to lose money, and like that's a objective truth we have to focus on, because that's why I'm helping people. And sure, people can say I'm not good, they can say I'm not a great trader, whatever it is. My job is to be honest, and like that's what I try to do the most, is just be honest. Traders that got really famous 20, 30 years ago, or 10, 15 years ago, when the market was wildly different. Some of them don't even trade anymore, yet they're still selling courses on how to trade. And it's just nonsense. Like the market has changed so much from today to 15 years ago that like somebody looking at it honestly, of course the strategies you used 15 years ago are not, most of them are not going to work today. Right. And so to sell courses for thousands and thousands of dollars a month on publicly available content that probably doesn't work anymore is irresponsible. Now, you got some good ones, and I think the bad ones make the good ones look bad. Painting it with a broad brush, so to speak. But there's just a lot of like marketing, especially it's really prevalent in like penny stocks. Like penny stock gurus are the worst with this. And again, like I said, I'm here. My channel's called Beginner Trading. I'm here. I don't claim to be good. I'm not even claiming to be an expert. I do trade live on stream, but I try to tell people the honest truth. I do trade off stream as well. And if I have a purpose here, it's to help new traders understand the truth of it all, which is that like it can be a skill. You can be good at it. It's generally going to take years, and you're probably going to lose money. Yeah, well, the robots are mostly nonsense too, Corey. No offense. The robots, like you can't trust to leave your money with those robots. Again, most of those robots use a mixture of the martingale roulette strategy, which means that like if I buy 100 shares of a position right here, and then it keeps going down, and I buy another 100 shares right here, and it keeps going down, and I buy 200 shares right here. So I buy 100, it keeps going down. I buy 200, it keeps going down. I buy 300, or I buy 400. Man, I'm getting my math wrong. And then I buy 400 here. So I'm doubling my size each time it goes against me. I take 100 shares, it goes down. I buy 200 shares, it goes down. I buy 400 shares, and then it bounces up after I buy 400 shares. I'm going to end positive. I'm going to have a plus trade there. I'm going to end green, right? And this will work a majority of the time. But you should never, ever, ever do this, right? And so it's just not, it's what they do in roulette. It's called the martingale, and you'll win most of the time. But when you lose, you're going to lose everything. It doesn't matter, right? So it's a way that you can lose your whole account with a 90% accuracy rate, 80% accuracy rate. And so it's important for people to, okay, yeah, you were joking. The point remains, regardless of whether it's a joke or not, you just got to be careful. Now you can have like custom trading algorithms that work, right? But as long I draw the line where they take the trades for you, If they take the trades for you, I've run far, far away from that. But if they just give you custom indicators and alerts, that's different. They can be some edge, and I think that's probably the future of trading. Future of trading is custom algorithmic alerts, using a combination of volume, different indicators, like stuff like that. I think those can work. You can do this. You can do this example long term. It's called dollar cost averaging, but that's only in blue chip stock investments. Here's the opening bell.